Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Mandalorian Super Commando, and it comes in that newer style of Black Series packaging. On the left side of the box we got the artwork of the Mandalorian Super Commando, and what's cool about these new style of packages with these waves that are coming out, if you have other figures from the wave, which I didn't collect them all, they connect together and form the image. So you inbox collectors, you can pose them up sideways, or if you take them out of the box and you keep the packaging, you can display the packaging this way, and it looks pretty badass. On the back of the box, we got the same artwork we've seen on the side, just zoomed in. He is number 5. We also have some read-up information, so feel free to pause it if you want to read it. Super Commando comes with a pair of pistols. They have some decent sculpt work on there. Casted in this metallic plastic. I wish I had a wash to make the actual sculpt work pop on these things, which I think I might add myself. But pretty cool that we get a pair of pistols. We also get a jetpack that's casted in that same silver that the pistols are casted out of, with a little bit of red paint on there. And as you can see, it's a little bit sloppy on here, but I take it as more of like wear and tear that this jetpack's been through, so the paint's not going to be perfect. Up close, this figure looks pretty awesome. I got a little bit of extra paint speckles on the red underneath the visor, but the spikes, everything on the helmet, the paint's pretty good on the figure overall. You know, I got a couple of speckles here and there, but again, it's not going to be perfect. I mean, we are looking at soldiers here, so I can imagine the paint just being not 100% perfect. But the stuff that's perfect is definitely the design on top of the head, as that to me I was worried about. So a lot of the design work, the maul work and the spikes and stuff look great. The design on the armor looks great. Now, one thing in hand when it comes to this figure is the fact that this guy, it feels cheap. I hate to say it. Out of all my Black Series, this guy in hand is super hollow. Like, this chest piece is crazy hollow feeling. Like, it feels like a McDonald's toy, which is unfortunate. But paintwork on there looks pretty good. We got some of that silver sloppy stuff that's... It bugs me because look at that silver. That's supposed to be like weathering to them. I don't like how they do that type of weathering. It looks doo-doo to me. That's just my opinion. Overall, those sculpts there. The shoulder pads definitely look awesome. Pretty clean paintwork there as well. Got the holes in the back for the jetpack. Gauntlets look pretty good. Painted little missile carrier. Got the little tubes going off the back. I'm never a fan of those tubes when you start bending elbows and stuff. They just seem awkward and restrictive. But definitely sculpt work is there. They could have used a wash on this guy, like for real. For looking at these sleeves and everything, there's not even really a texture. Because, I mean, they're reusing that Jango Fett. I just wish they would have done a little bit extra. I mean, definitely the money went into the shoulder pads, the paintwork and everything, and the spikes in the helmet. But I just feel like it needs a wash or something. Because there's sculpt work in the pants and stuff. No texture. Just would have been nice to get a little bit more love. But get this out of the way so we can see the belt. Belt looks good. Holsters look pretty decent. Even got a little bit of, I don't even know. I think that's just a plastic wear. Picking up that shine where it looks like it's got some weathering. They definitely didn't paint it. It's just the plastic where it's rubbed. We do get some of that nasty weathering on the knee. Some right there too. It just doesn't make sense with some of that weathering. And then the boots or shoes are just in that gray. So it's like where there's paint, it's semi-decent. At least with the red and the, like, I guess maroon or brown, that design, it looks really cool. The weathering is lacking, and I just feel like everything else is just casted and they utilize the plastic. I don't know. It's a Mandalorian that I wanted, and it looks really badass. Now diving into articulation, his head can do a full 360. It's on a ball and disc, so he can look down that far, and then he can look up about that far. Looks pretty good. Shoulders, spikes all sort of fold underneath and gets them out of the way, which is awesome. Full 360. We get a weird bicep swivel. It's not really, it's like lower than the bicep. Single jointed elbow that doesn't really make 90 degrees. Pivots at the elbow. Rotating at the gauntlet. Wrist rotation, which is tough. And there is a little bit of a wrist bend in this hand. Same articulation on this side, but let's see which way this goes for articulation. All right, this one actually goes this direction. So let's get these out of the way. This is the part that I just feel like it's lacking. It's definitely feeling dated with this mold. His waist can move like this. It's not really a good functioning ball joint or anything. So like you're going to get some movement like this, but it's mainly something for swiveling. It's not a good ball joint. Nothing else underneath, like in the waist or anything. We do get a thigh cut, which is a cool thing. Is the holsters don't affect the thigh cut. Then you can kick up this far, double jointed knee, ankle bend, pivot, no boot cut, which it would have been cool if you had a boot cut. Now I just want to show with the arms, like the limited articulation, that's as far. He can't even really like reach over to get onto his, like act like he's doing something on his gauntlets at all with the limited elbow range. There's no butterflies or anything. So like this is as far as his hands can get together, which is a little bit of a bummer. Super Commando all geared up. Doesn't look too bad. His backpack sits pretty flush. You can still see the pegs a little bit, but looks good. I wish there was peg holes in the bottom so you could add some like thruster effects. The pistols fit in the holsters quite nice. Very snug. So you could get him sort of in a walking pose. I mean, with this being an older like design, an older sculpt, you could definitely feel it when you're trying to pose him up. It's almost like, I don't know, when I'm posing him, I just feel like I'm posing a fat dude wearing armor. I don't know. That's just sort of how I feel with the limitations. There's no boot swivel or anything. It's just, he'll look cool with like on a flight stand, you know, flying around on a jetpack. The wrists go in the wrong direction. Instead of them going up and down, they go left and right, which is just awkward. And the gauntlet that's on this side prevents this from even bending. It's definitely a Mandalorian that you'd want to have in your collection. It's just, why didn't they just give us a new buck? Like, you're adding cool things to something that's just dated. Like, he just feels so like squat and like I said, he just feels like a fat dude wearing armor. And it's like, you might as well just give him the gut right there. I don't get it. I like the look of the figure. It's just, the articulation is sort of doo-doo. So as you can see, I mean, I'm trying to deal with this articulation, right? Trying to have it like he's shooting somebody behind him or to the side of him while he's using his little rockets on the top, but he's not wanting to balance. And I'm twisting, trying to use the thigh cut as a boot swivel. He needs a boot swivel. And then you're having this like hollow body. You're adding weight to the back with the backpack. Let me see if I don't know why you'd want to take that off. But Yeah, he still wants to. Yeah, he just doesn't want to. It's frustrating as hell. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some posability. Posability to my liking, not as much, because they spoiled us with the Mandalorian buck. That new buck that has the Beskar version. We got the credit edition. That buck is fantastic. Why couldn't they have used that? And then they could have gave us this amazing piece, because looking at it, this figure's badass. It's an awesome looking figure. It's just you get limited articulation out of it because it's that older buck, and it sucks. That's the crappiest part about it. Like, you can get him into some like gun wielding positions, but his elbow range is ridiculous. Like, you can't even have his hands going into his holsters like he's drawing out the pistols and stuff. It's a frustrating figure because I want to like it a lot. And the presentation, the paint wise, the helmet, it's amazing. But you might as well end up, taking one of these guys and swapping parts out and repainting this one, because they just dropped the ball on that one. They're so close. So close. That really sums up my unboxing and review of Star Wars Black Series Super Commando Mandalorian. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, as it'll mean the world to me. And hit that silver bell notification if you want to stay in the know with what I'm pumping out for videos, so you get that little alert. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The link is down below. And there's a promo code for you guys to use to get free shipping on anything you see on that website. And make sure you check out the Facebook group, because Toyco's pre-order Facebook group is the best. And I will stand by that because it's awesome. It allows you to see what's coming out, and allows you to get some amazing prices on some of these imports that are coming out, like Storm Collectibles, SH Figuarts, 3-0, 1,000 Toys. So definitely check it out down below. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.